kind of peers closer to, because I think at this point he still believes that it could be, I don't know, something very small. He kind of inspects the shrine very closely. Is it any more obvious?
It is made up of a woman holding a basket with bread in it.
Okay.
The woman is smiling. It looks like an old statue that's been there for quite some time.
Nigrak... Oh, sorry, go on.
Can you hear me?
Nigrax...
Can you actually hear me?
Nigrax touches the statue. Is there a response?
You have a sudden flash through your head, an image of a woman in a long silken robe.
Mm-hmm.
It only lasts for an instant.
Do I recognize the woman?
It's no one you know.
No one I know, okay. Can I roll a religion check to see if it's like a depiction of any god I might be familiar with?
I'll let you, go ahead.
Just because that's what he's thinking this might be.
Alright then.
Okay.
It looks familiar to you. It looks like it could potentially be a god of joy. One that you read about from centuries past.
So, I suppose... So with that... Are you... a god of joy, perchance?
Someone can actually hear me. God, it's been eons. Yes. My name is Lilira. How can you hear me?
I don't know. I could hear faint whispering from the other side of the courtyard and came over here. I thought we may have had an interloper at the gates, but it seemed to be coming from yourself, so...
You have no idea how long it's been since I've spoken to a mortal. I've been trapped here for so long.
Do you talk often?
I've had to keep myself company for nearly 4 centuries.
It's odd that no one's heard you before now, or I've not heard you before now, but then I suppose I've only been out here the once.
I've tried everywhere. I can commune across the world. Every statue that was ever erected by me, I've tried to talk through them so long. You don't know how lonely it's been.
You're God with no followers. How can you exist?
I had many followers. It's just when I was lost, they moved on. I still exist. My voice starts to become a bit fainter.
Wait, speak up a little bit. You're not talking quite as clearly.
No. Something must be wrong with the statue. We can place your hand on the statue.
Nigrax will do as he's been requested. He'll place a hand on the statue.
You see her briefly for a second again, but when the image leaves your mind this time, you feel something that courses up your arm. Just an energy pulse goes straight up your arm, then you feel it in your heart, and then suddenly you feel normal again.
Okay.
Kind of. And it goes silent.
So, I won't say that Nigrax is really freaked out by this because he's probably had similar experiences to this before, but I'm just trying to think what you'd probably do next. You'll probably go and rejoin the others for now. Like, you'll sorry, go on. You kind of starts to move away.
You feel a little bit different after you've touched the statue. You can feel something more. like you might be able to perceive something better.
Okay.
You've gained the feats of. I need to get the name up now. Fey Touched.
Fate, which need to make another. I don't know how I actually add feats.
If you just go into feats and traits, if you scroll down to the bottom, there should be manage feats. You should just be able to straight up add one onto your character.
Yeah, let me just do that. Okay, what was it called again? Just Fey Touched?
Yes.
There's a few different variants.
Oh.
Charisma, Intelligence, Wisdom. Is it just the one?
Use whichever one would be better for your character.
Wisdom is my main stat, so
Use Wisdom then.
say that. Okay, let's take a...
And your first level spell will be Identify. I'm specifically making it be that.
So you also learn Misty Step.
Yes, he does. That's another feature of it.
let me
Nice.
look. I don't have Identify as a option to add. Is it
In that case-
specifically under the feat that I need to do this?
No, it'll be under your spells, I think, that you should be able to add it.
I
Or-
don't
or does it
have...
come down with a drop-down box after you add it up in the feeds.
yeah, let me just get that up again. Sorry about this. Oh wait, no, I do have Misty Step.
So you have Misty Step now, outright.
Yeah.
But when it comes to adding the spell, does it have a drop-down
Oh, choose a
menu?
spell. Yeah, my apologies. So it has to be Identify.
Yes.
Yeah, got it. Okay,
Okay.
awesome. Great.
Okay. So do you go back to the rest?
Yeah, after this experience, has this kind of like sobered me up a little bit?
Yes, it has, completely.
Okay, so Nigrax kind of also notes that his stride is a lot more even, so he isn't leaning on objects anymore. He just goes back to roughly where he was before, but he's now leaning against the wall, just watching the party, just patiently waiting to the point where he can interact with Reginald to see if he can, join in with the training, because now he has no reason not to.
Thanks, Dan. I didn't mean to get rid of that.
Right.
Whisper.
Are you just getting rid of your doodles over there?
I'd say that by the time you come back over, both Flint and Simeon are on the grass, both quite well worked over, both panting, whilst Reginald is stood above them.
Ah,
You done already?
oh. Let me have a breather. Been a while since I've faced an opponent so exhilarating.
Me or Reginald.
Both.
Well, both of you, of course. You're quite the fighter, Flint. Would not
Maybe
expect it, given your fragile frame. You did not seem like quite the melee artist.
No, I
Can't
wasn't
say
always.
I-
It was.
Really approve of your shield, by the way. It looks like that's probably going to smash when someone gets a good hit on it.
It's more sentimental than functional, I admit. I've had this for many years.
Well, both of you up. Come on.
Okay.
So you both get up. He looks over to Nagrax. So you're going to get in on this?
Yes, I'm feeling a lot more like myself now.
Excellent.
Nigrax approaches.
For the next 2 hours, he will thoroughly beat the crap out of all three of you, essentially. Training you. Give you little pointers here and there. I just need to check the names of a couple of things.
What?
Simeon?
This guy got ganked by a goblin. They were kicking all our asses. What?
Simeon, you gain the feats of... I should have got that one in notes on
new
that.
toys.
Yes. Shield Master.
Ooh.
Flint gets a broken nose.
Ow. That's not nice.
Should have left a bookmark in this one. Why did I not?
What does that do? Ooh.
Ah, there we go. Make sure I get the right one. Okay, Flint, you gain the feat of Crusher.
Huh. How do we add these again?
Go into features and traits, I think it was.
Yeah.
And scroll to the bottom, it says manage feats. Brings up a box and find the feat and click add. And give it a quick read over.
What did I get?
Crusher.
Oh, fancy.
Thanks, DM. Giving
Yeah,
out the ties.
What y'all could do with a wee little nice few toys to play with.
Yeah.
It was largely because Flint wanted to focus on fights, but he's going to need a little bit yet, so I thought I'd give him a little something.
You are kind.
And this is a good way to get him into a playing perspective.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to say all three of you roll a d6.
That's a 1, baby.
You can do it now, Grex. I believe in you.
Oh, I rolled it, but I'm guessing there must either be a delay or it's not. Okay, there we go. For fuck's sake.
In this case, it's actually good. That's how much damage you've each taken during the training.
Oh,
So who took what there?
Simeon and Nagrax took 1, and Flint took 3.
Simeon and Nagrax took.
only my second point of damage in the whole campaign. Yeah, again, it's come out of combat.
Technically, kind of in combat. Technically.
Against an enemy.
Isn't that what combat is?
This is a
Against
sparring session.
Reginald will help Flint up.
Thanks.
You know, you should train me a bit more. I might be able to help you out. You might not come out of this quite so badly next time.
I'd like that.
Fine then. Next few days, first thing in the morning, 2 hours with me. I'm going to expect your first
I'll
light.
join you in this.
Yeah.
It's important to keep sharp.
I'll join you also, Reginald. It would be good to train with someone with more combat experience than myself.
Just make sure you don't drink before you do next time.
Oh, Reginald, if I can help it. I am never going near this stuff again.
There's a bar downstairs from where... Okay.
You'll get the hang of the taste soon enough, lad.
Now Grex looks dubiously at you. That's the word. he isn't convinced.
With that, Reginald goes back inside. First round's on me.
Outstanding. Clap him on the back. Walk in.
First, we need to wash off the scent of battle.
You're right. Yes. Mm-hmm.
By the way, Doom, as Nagrax passes the statue on the way back in, he looks at it. Does he notice anything about it? Does he hear anything?
If you go back over and look at it, the statue just looks like a statue. It's still the same as it was before. Woman holding a basket with bread, smiling.
Yeah, so nothing different about the statue after I interacted with it.
No.
Okay.
That's if you're just looking at it.
I mean, he would probably just inspect it again as he did before, touch the statue just to see if he feels anything else, sees anything.
You just feel like you're touching a stone statue.
Okay, so I think what Nygrax will do now, he'll probably go in and he'll probably use a shower if it's available.
Alright, you guys will go in.
Yep.
Cerner will be at the desk. Oh, yes. Hi there. Just give me 5 minutes and I'll go and sort out the spell. You'll want to make your way to the shower. There isn't actually really much of anything for the room. It's actually a spare room. I didn't actually have a use for. I decided to make it a shower room. Just that one over there. So you go into the room. On the right-hand side, there's a series of sort of wooden lockers and benches. Several different members are coming in and out, male and female, taking off the clothing, armor, storing it away. Cerner comes in. She looks around. Everyone ready?
Oh, yes.
Yes, I believe so.
She looks up around at you three. You realize you're not meant to shower in your armor.
Are we not?
Yes.
I assume
Are there no
that we
changing it?
took it
Never
off.
said. You never said.
Take off my armor.
I mean, to be fair, Nygrax will assume that he
damn
can
it.
get clean without taking off his armor, so
I just
that's
asked, are there no changing rooms beforehand?
She looks over at the thingies, the lockers. You can put your stuff into there.
Nygrax will
What's wrong?
oblige the request. Nothing at all. I just didn't think I'd have to remove my clothing in front
Ah.
of people.
Oh, you're shy, I see. Okay,
No,
then.
I just
my
don't think
bad.
it's
Already
terribly
muted.
efficient.
Alright, so other adventurers are coming in, stripping off as well, putting the stuff away. Cerner circles a finger in the air, and a rune appears on the ceiling. And suddenly, the room seems a decent bit hotter. Okay, if you want to go over to the showers, they should start working in about 2 minutes. With that, she leaves.
Any way I could have tried to memorize the rune she did, so we didn't have to go through this in future?
Roll intelligence.
Damn, I had to do the little linger on 18 before it rolled over.
That's a nice rune. You saw him make a circle at one point.
The craftsmanship is impressive.
I'll get it someday.
Right, so a few minutes pass. There's quite a few people in the room. I'd say 24 people. Quite cramped.
Wow.
The water starts to come through little faucets, and the room starts to get quite steamy. Read into that how you want.
Stop splashing.
Nygrax
I'm just
is just sort of like oblivious to his surroundings, just trying to wash himself by just rubbing the water onto his body.
What you guys
Watching like
shout.
nobody's watching.
Yeah, pretty much,
I will-
yeah.
See me and roll a perception check.
Blue
14.
boss.
You see a familiar pair of horns enter the room.
Oh no. Oh, I'm done. My shower is done. That was quick.
Do you go to leave?
I am hiding behind Nod.
Simeon, what are you doing? It's not that I don't appreciate
Nothing.
the intimacy as comrades, but
I'm just washing.
I'll say a Flint.
Yes.
You see Lorena walk in, and she walks up beside you. Oh, hi there. Long time no see.
I was hoping you'd be more clothed next time we saw each other.
I am Clint.
I'm just screwing myself here.
She's standing underneath the shower. Still seems like she's wearing something, but she's letting the water pour onto her. What do you mean? I'm just as close as you last saw me.
I'm not looking to check. I'm too busy cleaning myself.
Those are lovely.
Oh, Simeon.
That was out of character.
Hi there.
What, this Ventura? No.
Sort of like.
Lorena, it's good to see you.
All out of character chat is in text form.
All right.
Not
bad.
Upon seeing Lorena, I obviously recognise her as well. I just thought, yes, you're the tiefling from the brothel, are you not?
Well, someone's a detective, aren't they?
No,
I like to come here every now and then. I'm quite a regular here, to be honest. A lot of people like my company.
I see. I was under the impression that this show was for guild members only.
Yeah, I'm kind of, sort of an honorary member. Sort of, kind of. They pay me enough anyway.
He's just kind of scratching his chin, rather. So he isn't really saying it's an accusation. It's just kind of more. Nigrex is confused. It's being
also, we don't have any showers at the brothel, so I made an arrangement.
Very good. Well, I hope you have a pleasant shower. Nigrex goes back to showering, as if nothing happened.
Simeon, I've been meaning to talk to you about something.
Yes.
Why are you hiding behind Big Blue?
Hiding? I don't know what you mean.
Simeon, I do have to say, you're not going to. The surface area of the water isn't going to be as vast, so you probably want to stand over there to get sort of like the optimum amount of water on your skin.
Nonsense.
Nigrex just kind of like step away a little bit because he thinks that he's helping.
Oh, hello there.
Show me your magic trick, Laura. Sorry, just washing my hair.
I've always been fascinated by magic. Do tell.
Well, it's quite simple. You see this finger?
Nigrex kind of gives a quizzical stare. Yeah.
She twirls the finger. Water suddenly starts to get colder.
That's rather impressive, actually.
I know a little bit of magic here and there. She twirls it again, and flowers suddenly start to sprout out the end of it. Just not always how I meant to. Okay.
Certainly not the trick you showed me.
Whatever do you mean? Magic trick. Several other people who are in the shower chuckle a little bit at that.
But it was nothing like that, guys. Come on.
You've seen her perform magic before, Flint?
Kind of.
It's rather interesting. I've got to say I'm enjoying the show. It's a really different experience for me.
Yeah, I don't have any reply to that.
I'm like, Nigrex doesn't really care that Lorena says he's just kind of just enjoying the shower and not being hungover. He's a simple man to please sometimes.
Damn, she's still really a shoulder cat.
Yeah, isn't she?
What, Lorena?
Yeah, sure. Okay then. So Simeon, what was that little group that you were a part of? If you don't mind me asking.
Group? What do you mean?
I heard from Cerna that you were part of a group before you came here.
I may have been. What have you heard?
There's someone that's been boasting recently at the brothel. Do you remember what the group was called?
Just playing with your pussy at the moment.
Sorry.
The guy's options.
I was part of a company of mercenary soldiers Yes. How do you? What have you heard?
There's someone called Simeon. He's boasting quite a bit about. He sounds like he's you, trying to be you.
Oh,
True Simeons, God help us.
where have you heard this?
I mean, he's probably going to still be at the bar right now doing it. He's been doing it for the past 2 days, to be honest.
What does this man look like?
He's human. He's okay muscled. Got a couple of scars. He carries around a banner. He also has one same sort of banner tied around his arm. He's got a couple of people with him who always back him up. He tells all kinds of little stories.
The banner? What does it look like? What is the sigil?
She describes the sigil, and I'll say that it's the same as the sigil you had, just because I can't remember how it's described off the top of my head.
For context, it is like a fist, but coming out of the wrist is a hammer on the other side.
Yes.
Out of time.
It's been a few years since this mention. Thank you, Lorena. I will be over. As
Do
soon as
any
I
of
can.
us hear this conversation?
Oh yes, you're all still stood around.
Would any of us know what this symbol is?
Not unless Simeon has mentioned it. I assume not.
We haven't really talked about ourselves very much. I don't remember the occasion where you've mentioned it.
No.
By the way, Simeon, she looks down. Nice.
Oh, thank you.
She snaps her fingers. And suddenly you see everything.
That's the trick I was on about.
Oh,
Those are lovely.
that's quite a skill you have there.
Nightcraw's just like,
Right.
I wish I knew that trick. It would have made disrobing a lot less cumbersome.
Huh. Maybe I'll teach it to you sometime. I find my fees are quite reasonable.
Sounds like just what you need now, Cracks.
Nightcrax has flashbacks to his near empty wallet and just thinks, I may have to take you up upon that offer another day, but I shall definitely bear it in mind. Seems rather useful.
Your loss. So, you want to have a good time? You hear several people shout out in the shower and she walks over towards them.
Look, this is not something I wish to watch, and then go dry myself, get dressed, whatnot.
Okie dokie.
Nightcrax feels sufficiently clean now, so he'll leave too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be gonna put my clothing and my armor back on.
Oh yeah, and obviously
Yeah.
put my clothes back on. I'll just walk out into the middle
Really
of the
helps.
guild hall.
But not that would matter, but still.
I mean, honestly, that would still be in character for Nightcrax.
Okie dokie. So you guys get out, you make your way back to the tables over here. Cernan will come over to Simeon in particular. Oh, Simeon, I just read through your reports. I'd like to just thank you for mentioning the bit with the centipedes. I've sent another group in to clear them out already. They can be troublesome.
Not at all. Yes, we decided not to tangle with such a large group.
And that's a very wise choice. Really, they're the sort of thing you need to take a range with. If you try to hit them head on, if you're not good at defending yourself, you're going to get very hurt very quickly. You made the right choice with that one. She pats you on the shoulder and then wanders off.
Sort of when I see someone mention that, I put my hand on Simeon's shoulder. It's got really good work, Simeon. You could have saved quite a few lives by mentioning that detail.
Oh, yes. It's not all about fighting battles. We must know when not to fight.
By the way, I will have a word with you about the reports later. Towards the end of the day. I got something that we might be able to arrange.
Is there someone
With
to
that-
write the reports for us?
Who knows? with that, she is gone. So you're all sat around the table. People are making their way in and out of the back rooms, going to the shower, using it, going back. Some complain that's a bit too cold now. And eventually you see Lorena leave and go upstairs with a couple of the male and one female adventurers.
Well, whatever she's into, I suppose.
So now Grex just think, I'm pretty sure that she doesn't have a bed here.
We'll tell you when you're older now, Grex.
Sort of. Oh, sorry, go on.
What do you want to do with the day?
Nagrax will actually at this point. Is Cerna still at the front desk?
Yes, she is.
Nagrax would like to go. Well, obviously excuse himself for just a moment. Actually, where is Nagrax's token at the moment? Oh, he's over here still. Thank you. So he's going to go over to Cerna and he's going to inquire about the statue out back. He's just going to say something along the lines of, I noticed when I went out to the courtyard earlier, the statue at the back, I don't believe I've seen one quite like it before. Where did you acquire it?
Oh, that whole thing. You have to ask the guildmaster about that. I don't really know, to be honest. I was just kind of shrugged it off, I suppose. Just as an ornament.
Fair enough. I noticed that it seemed to depict an obscure god of joy. I have an interest in the god. You see, I'd like to ask him about it sometime when he's available.
Oh, sure thing. I'll mention it to him when I see him next. I'd probably get back to you tomorrow or the day after, depending on what he's really doing, I suppose.
Thank you. It's just a quick query. Don't trouble yourself too much with it.
Okie dokie.
He just excuses himself and he just goes to rejoin the others.
Okie doke.
So, Simeon, this fellow that seems to be acting like you at the brothel seems interesting.
Yes, it is very strange. I know we have not known each other long, but I ask your help in this matter.
Of course. Anything.
Are you asking us both that? Simeon, or are you talking to Flint specifically?
Both.
Okay, in that case, Nagrax just say, yes, of course, Simeon, I would say at this point that we've had our lives in our respective hands more than once, so yes, anything I can do to repay the favour.
I appreciate that. While this is going on, I've been quietly sharpening my weapons up.
Okie dokie.
I drunkenly prepared my spells last night.
Can I say that no? That's okay.
We know lay on hands somehow. You now only know lay on hands somehow.
Okay. I have no idea what that does.
That's a healing spell. It's something you don't actually able to learn, but never mind. It was a joke.
At some point, I would say, because I didn't specifically mention it, Nagrax will excuse himself, go upstairs and meditate for 10 minutes. Just to prepare his spells. Does anything odd happen in that time?
I asked Simeon, so what's with this group you were with before? If you don't mind.
Oh, not at all. I spent a few years as part of a mercenary company of soldiers. Have you heard of them? We were called the Hammerhands.
Not someone I've heard of.
Yes, they're not around anymore. I hope one day to bring them back. I'll show him the sigil. I have like a little badge, I guess. I don't know.
Badge could be there.
Tattoo?
I think it's marked as a like a banner, but whatever, just a token or whatever.
Yeah, it's a token. It could be whatever you want it to be.
Tattoos make sense to keep it.
I'll just pull out like a little piece, a piece of a banner and show it to them. They were like my family. I do not want to see their name sullied by this imposter.
Ah, family. I remember what that's like.
Oh? You have lost ones dear to you as well?
It's not something I'd rather talk about right now. It's still quite dramatic.
As you wish. As you wish.
If you ever need to discuss it, Flint, I'll be willing to listen.
Oh well, when I'm ready.
Are you shouting this from upstairs? I thought you went away.
I said at some point I'll go away to meditate for 10
Okay.
minutes. I don't know if, I just kind of come back because Doom didn't say anything.
Okay.
Right, so what do you guys do with the day? I'm going to say it's lunchtime by now, given all the sparring has been done about 1 or 2 o'clock.
I want to head over to the bar and check out this imposter.
Okie dokie.
Nagrax will accompany Simeon because he's given his word that he'll help.
Same here. Yep.
You guys make your way over to the Ram's Horn.